Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, I will not be able to join you live this afternoon. So this is the best alternative, and I would like to provide you with some insights on FrieslandCampina and how we look at the dairy market in Southeast Asia. First about FrieslandCampina, we're an 11.3 billion company, 22,000 people working for us. We have factories in 33 countries. We export to over 100 countries. We supply nutrition to millions of consumers in Asia. And that nutrition is basically supplied by 19,000 owners of our company. So we're a cooperative, owned by 19,000 farmers, and it's a spectacular model which is directed at long-term sustainable growth in the dairy business. In Asia, we are present in three categories. The first category is baby food, and our key brand there is Friesland. The second category that we're present in is dairy-based beverages and ready-to-drink milk. And our main brand is Dutch Lady. Third brand is Alaska milk in tea enhancement, also providing coffee whiteners for tea and coffee. If we look at the development of dairy that we expect in the next couple of years, then we basically look at GDP development. There's a quite high correlation between GDP growth and dairy growth. If we look per country, then basically we see there are two countries where we expect very high growth, and that is in Vietnam and that is Indonesia. If we look at the laggards across Asia, these are the developed countries. So for Singapore and for Hong Kong, we expect only very limited growth, between 0 and 2%. And then we have a middle group. And the middle group can be split again in two countries that are on the upper side, which will be the Philippines, and it will be China. And for these, we expect 2 to 4% growth in the next couple of years. And on the lower side, it will be Thailand and Malaysia, somewhere between 1 and 3 to 4%. The big challenge that we will see for dairy, and it also has an impact on volume predictions, is that there will be an increase in raw materials. So dairy has benefited the last couple of years of low raw material pricing. This will, according to our prediction, change. We will see rising dairy raw material prices. And that needs to be translated into consumer prices. And so that will be the big challenge. How do we manage that in the next couple of years? Some of the other developments we see, and that's more on the channel. What is still important is GT. And the growth that we see in Asia, we will see higher penetrations for dairy, and the key channel to start using and buying dairy will be in the GT. So that will be the cornerstone still of our categories. The second one is the convenience channel. So when people have more GDP, have more income, that basically leads them to another channel than the GT, and that will be the convenience channel. We expect quite some growth in the next couple of years with other formats, probably more bottles, instant consumption. The third trend we see is that retailers become multi-channel, and so hypermarket, convenience, but also supermarkets. So multi-format, and consumers will switch between the different formats. And the last one, I think everybody knows a lot about that, digital O2O. And it's a spectacular increase in sales that we see also in dairy and basically in the developed countries. To give you just an example, in China we sell over 30% of our business through e-com. In Singapore that will be somewhere around 20%. So spectacular growth in these channels. And the last element I would like to stress is ASEAN. And ASEAN will bring, in our view, additional growth. And we see three elements are important in ASEAN. So the first one is the autonomous growth, which I showed in the per country development. The second one is due to the one market that will emerge in the next decade, we will see more intra-ASEAN trade, which supports GDP growth of the area. And the third one is efficiency through lower barriers, and it's for dairy a very important one. Just to give you an example, if we want to export a product from Indonesia to Philippines or the other way around, this will take about 10 to 12 months to get all the permits in order to do so. We can speed that up. It also will mean that we can increase our efficiencies and especially innovation. And that will bring additional growth by getting the trade in intra-ASEAN to a different level. So we're quite positive on the stimulus of that total Asian market by ASEAN. Thank you very much. I hope you have a very interesting discussion. Sorry not to be there. I wish you a great afternoon. Thank you very much.